This is the 7th installment in our series of videos on English stress and intonation. If you haven't already listened to previous videos, pictures A through F, I would suggest you do that before starting this exercise. By emphasizing the important content words when speaking and practicing linking sounds together, you can learn to understand and speak like a native. This is another picture in our story about one person's early morning routine.
In the bathroom now, he's washing his face with a cold, wet cloth that always helps to wake him up fast.
The sentences are perfectly natural. The only difference is that I have exaggerated the rhythm to illustrate where the stress is placed in English conversation. Okay, let's begin.
Wake him up fast. Wake him up fast. Wake him up fast.
In this sentence, wake and fast are clearly stressed. Him and up are spoken lightly and quickly. Remember that it's not necessary to hear every word in order to understand a situation. Learning proper stress and intonation is necessary to improve your listening comprehension in English. As I've mentioned in previous videos, the pronoun him is usually unstressed and pronounced without the H sound. So, in this sentence, the three words wake him up are linked together. Wake him up. Wake him up. Wake him up. Here's the sentence again. Wake him up fast. Now, let's add another piece to our picture story.
That always helps to wake him up fast. That always helps to wake him up fast. That always helps to wake him up fast.
The emphasized words are always and helps. Remember that long words are stressed on only one syllable. Always. Always. What words are linked together? That always. That always. That always helps. This is another example of the American flap T sound, the T sound that occurs between two vowels. Americans usually do not say that always. We use the flap T instead. That always. That always. I explained this pronunciation in previous videos, pictures E and F. The word to, as I've mentioned before, is unstressed and pronounced t, t, t. Now try saying everything up to now, remembering to keep the regular beat in your voice. That always helps to wake him up fast. Let's keep going and add another piece to our story.
A cold, wet cloth that always helps to wake him up fast. A cold, wet cloth that always helps to wake him up fast. A cold, wet cloth that always helps to wake him up fast.
The important content words are cold and cloth. The unstressed words are a and wet. The words cold and wet are linked together. Cold wet, cold wet, cold wet. Now let's combine these three parts. A cold wet cloth that always helps to wake him up fast. Here's another piece of this sentence in our little story.
He's washing his face with a cold, wet cloth that always helps to wake him up fast. He's washing his face with a cold, wet cloth that always helps to wake him up fast. He's washing his face with a cold, wet cloth that always helps to wake him up fast.
The stressed words are washing and face. And here are the linked words. Z with W. He is wash. He is wash. He is washing. NG with I. Remember that the H sound of his is dropped. Washing is. Washing is. Washing is face. S with W. Face with a. Face with a. Face with a cold wet cloth. Of course, the indefinite article a is always linked to the preceding word. Face with a. Now let's put these pieces together. He is washing his face with a cold wet cloth that always helps to wake him up fast. Now let's add the very beginning of our story.
In the bathroom now he's washing his face with a cold wet cloth that always helps to wake him up fast. In the bathroom now he's washing his face with a cold wet cloth that always helps to wake him up fast. In the bathroom now he's washing his face with a cold wet cloth that always helps to wake him up fast.
The stressed words are bath and now. The unstressed words are in, the, and room. Now, listen and practice our story without breaking the rhythm. Repeating the sentences over and over again will improve your understanding of English spoken at normal speed.
In the bathroom now he's washing his face with a cold wet cloth that always helps to wake him up fast.
There are 10 stressed and 14 unstressed words or syllables in these two sentences. In other words, a native speaker actually needs to catch less than half the words in a conversation to understand the situation. This is why students should practice exercises like this one to learn which words are important and which words are not. The purpose of this exercise is to help us speak naturally, of course, the same way we might read a story aloud. Now, listen to our story from pictures A through E of John's early morning routine.
It's early Monday morning and John's asleep in his bedroom. Out the window we can see the sun and a bird. The sun is rising above the mountains. The bird is singing. With tests coming up, John didn't get to bed till after 12 the night before. Oh, the alarm clock's ringing. Shut that stupid thing off. Let me sleep just 5 more minutes. This bed feels so nice and warm and comfortable. Get up! It's 7 o'clock, his mother shouts. You'll be late for school. John awakens with a start. Oh, how I hate to get up in the morning, John says as he rubs his eyes and stretches his arms. Now where are my slippers? John is heading for the bathroom. There's a toilet on the left and a sink on the right. In the bathroom now, he is washing his face with a cold wet cloth. That always helps to wake him up fast.
Thank you for watching and listening. Now go on to the next picture, picture H of our story. There are 12 parts in all. For more linking and grammar exercises, you can check out other videos at my channel, The Colors of English. Remember to use the quotation marks.